The View starts right now. John Kasich exits the scene, setting the stage for a Trump nomination. But will his own party get behind the Donald? Then Whoopi gets back in the habit for the mother of all surprises. And we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo as Emmy winner Mario Lopez joins the ladies for Hot Topics. It all starts now on The View with Whoopi, Michelle Collins, Joy Behar, Candace Cameron Bure, Raven Simone, and Paula Ferris. Now, let's get things started.
Serenaded throughout the show by the Latin Grammy-nominated group Mariachi Flora di Tolo Achui. They are not only different from different backgrounds, including Colombian, Canadian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, and Dominican, but they also happen to be New York's first and only all-female mariachi band. Long, we're having our very own fiesta right here at the table with some of Mexico's famous foods. So dig in, everybody. In honor of Cinco de Mayo, here are a couple of facts that you guys may not know. Cinco de Mayo celebrates a Mexican military victory against France in 1862. That's the first.
How about that?
Okay. Did you know that the first Cinco de Mayo celebration took place in Southern California in 1863?
No, I did not.
I didn't think you did.
Didn't know that.
You know, in Mexico, Cinco de Mayo is called El Día la Batalla de Puebla.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you. I don't know what it means.
It means the day of the battle at Puebla, I believe.
Very nice.
Yes, you're right. Is that right?
That's right. It would have been nice to find it up there. Anyway, music includes mariachi, which comes from the French word for marriage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's different.
That's interesting.
Mariachi.
Well, I like to know these facts because some people just think it's a drinking day, and that's not cool.
Well,
it's actually celebrating something important.
Yes.
Yes, and then there was one seeing no clear path to victory.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
That's a new one.
That's a different topic.
In celebration of seeing no clear path to victory, Governor John Kasich officially suspended his presidential campaign yesterday. Take a look.
As I suspend my campaign today, I have renewed faith, deeper faith, that the Lord will show me the way forward and fulfill the purpose of my life.
Okay. So, Kasich's decision follows Ted Cruz's exit and leaves Donald Trump as the presumptive Republican nominee. Yeah. So, again, is anybody surprised by this, that Kasich threw his towel in or out?
He was doing nothing. He wasn't getting the numbers. He had to go.
But he was taking some numbers away from Trump with the little that he did.
Can I just say that there's those mariachi girls, that's 5 people who will not be voting for Donald Trump this year.
I did call it yesterday that, you know, it was time for Kasich to get out of the race. And I know he was one of the few Republican candidates that
Raven... He was the only Republican candidate that I could even wrap my mind around, even though he didn't stand for what I stand for. at least he had some dignity to himself and knew how to run a race correctly, in my eyes.
And that's why he says he got out of the race, because he didn't want it to taint his message. He sort of wanted to take the high road. And I thought what was interesting is he said he feels that everyone has a purpose and that he has a purpose and that God will show him what his purpose truly is. And is his purpose going to be the vice president?
That's the first thought that came to my mind.
Really?
A Trump Kasich ticket. I got to say, that's the first thought that came to my mind, although Donald Trump this morning says it's unlikely, unlikely that he
Kasich
would.
said he wouldn't do it.
No, well, they're all saying that they're not going to do it.
Not.
But at some point, do they have to do what's best for the country? But here's the thing. I think this is going to be the most crucial decision that Donald Trump makes to date, because you have all these grassroots conservatives who are never Trump. And they say the only way that they could be persuaded is if he gets somebody with solid political experience, with solid
But
political
doesn't he need the Latino vote? Doesn't he need someone on the mariachi band to vote for him? I mean, doesn't he need a running mate like a Marco Rubio or
you know what would be good? Omarosa. What about her? She sounds like she's Latina. Omarosa.
But then people would be saying that he's using the woman card.
Oh, right. No matter.
Like he can't win either way, no matter what he chooses. And
I
that's
think
the sad
he wins
part.
no matter how bad he is, as a matter of fact.
Even though he says some really horrific things and people are not taking him seriously, it's time that we start putting him in a category to where we have to be like, okay, let's check the facts, Donald. Let's see if you really can run the situation. And we've been saying that forever, but...
Well, tell them what we've been talking about with talking about facts.
So one thing that I found interesting is that a lot of the things that he has said, he's actually lied about, including his stance on abortion. He said he was strongly pro-choice, but that he hates the concept of abortion. But in Iraq in 2002 with Howard Stern, which is what you brought up and I read too, is that he said that he was in favor of the military, but now that he's speaking about it, he says that he's not in favor of it. And he keeps contradicting...
of the invasion.
Invasion, thank you. And then the birther movement.
Yeah, before the war, which was 2002, Stern said to him, are you for invading Iraq? And he said, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, 6 months beforehand.
That's a quote.
6 months beforehand.
But he's putting out the lie that he was against it, but going against Hillary. Also, on the other hand, the other thing that he's doing is he said to Wolf Blitzer, I couldn't believe it. He says, well, you know, Hillary was one of the first birthers, and Wolf... As soon as the interview was over, Wolf Blitzer said that is not true. So no matter what Donald says, it has to be corrected right immediately.
I don't know why anybody's surprised. He's been doing this the entire time. He throws stuff out. He accused Ted Cruz's father of being in on the assassination of JFK. Nobody said, what the hell, man?
Well, Cruz did. Cruz did.
You know? But, you know,
he did come out. He did come out and say he didn't believe that.
The truth will come out. There's a lot of reasons that this is happening, and maybe we'll talk about it when we come right back with more on top.
I just want more guacamole.
Celebrate Cinco de Mario as extra host Mario Lopez hits the table. And Whoopi sees double as she meets her real-life sister from another mother.
Sometimes I even think I look like Whoopi, you know.
Cinco de Mayo with the music of Latin Grammy-nominated group Mariachi Flor de Tola Tatuí. Now, real estate tycoon and Shark Tank superstar Barbara Corcoran appeared on GMA this morning and made some controversial comments about how women can get ahead in the workplace. Take a look.
You really have to play up whatever you've got. I happen to have great legs. I didn't have the best face always or the best body, but I had great legs. So if I want to get attention, and I still do it, I make sure I wear my skirts really high. I yank up my skirt at the midriff, and I walk into a room and everybody notices me because I've got great legs.
Welcome to 1955.
Yeah. I don't know about 1955 because I remember when I started working as a lawyer at the Justice Department, a male supervisor told me that I should stop wearing all the pantsuits in the courtroom because I would be alienating the men, and that I was attractive enough to wear skirts. And I was so offended by it because my father always raised me never to trade on your looks, always to trade on your brain.
Well, first of all, hiking up your skirt in the office these days can be dangerous. Let's say there's a sexual harassment suit going on. You haven't got as much of a leg to stand on, number one.
No pun intended.
And I think that when you are flirting and doing what she suggests, you alienate the other women. And nowadays, a lot of women are in the office. So I don't think that's good advice, Barbara. As much as I love Barbara.
At the same time, let's just pretend like we're not on national TV. There's been moments where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna push these up a little bit. I'm gonna do this.
Look at my floor. Look at the floor. You see those grooves?
Hold on. Let me finish. Because take a business out of the way. Sex sells. You know you're going to get attention if sex sells. I'm not saying to do it. I'm not saying she should have. But sex does sell. And it's sad that that happens. That's why let's bring it back. Maybe not saying that the cheerleaders do this, for instance, but short skirts and you're jumping around and you're cute. People pay more attention to those girls. So therefore, the girls who don't wear that say, maybe I should wear a short skirt. You get the attention, and it's not fair. And it shouldn't happen, but it happens.
And there's something to be said, too. I will say this. Like, if you really want to feel empowered, sometimes you dress the part. Like, I know if I have a big presentation or something, I'll look nice. I'm not necessarily putting on a short skirt. But I will say, Sonny, I've experienced the same criticism, but it actually came from my female superiors who said, yes, after I had my first kid, I came back and I was a little frumpy, you know, looking. And I had a
pantsuit?
No, I wasn't wearing a pantsuit. I was wearing dresses, but she told me I needed to dress sexier.
You know, one of the things
in this business, in the news business,
yes, and it has repeatily happened with female superiors.
You know how come nobody ever says to the men, you know, you should drop your flyer like halfway down, right? Because that would really be.
They don't need to be told to do that.
No, but what the men are told is maybe you should get your biceps together and do a couple push-ups before you go out so your pecs are shining through your shirt. Men get that too.
They're told that.
They are, because I grew up with guys and they wear tighter clothes to show off their buttocks, and they do their
Brian
chest
does
stuff.
this all the time, right, Brian?
I do.
Brian.
I'm doing push-ups so I can look like this.
You know, my husband's a manager, and he manages commercial real estate agents, and you know they want their agents to look nice.
Looking nice is not the point.
But
everyone wants to look nice.
But actually having stylists come in and style them, because you sometimes have to dress the part.
But that's different from hiking up your skirt.
Then we should stop saying to girls.
Women.
No, girls.
Young girls.
Girls.
Yeah.
We should stop saying to girls, you know what? You have to be as good as the guys are.
Start
Right. If you say, well, you don't actually have to be as good as the guys, because if you put a little leg out there, you know, what is the message? What do you want people to do? Somebody explain it to me, because the older I get, the dumber stuff is sounding to me.
I agree.
I'm
with you.
But you know what? Here's something.
So
Next, I'm going to be surprising a woman who says she's often mistaken for me.
Oh.
And she happens to be a nun. Now, and she doesn't know that I'm here. All the sisters that are coming think I'm not here. So please play along. Don't make any reference to me, and you'll see what's happening when I get back. We're on our way. We'll be right back, right?
The View's the place to be heard online, because the action continues 24/7. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram to wait.
Although Whoopi's not here, she asked me to share the incredible story of a group of women who really caught her attention and made her do a double take. Watch this clip. In the heart of Harlem, you'll find the mother house of the Franciscan handmaids of the most pure heart of Mary. And they don't look like your typical nuns.
Amen.
The Franciscan handmaids are just one of 3 orders of black nuns in the United States, and they just celebrated their 100th anniversary.
These nuns are beloved for their charitable work they perform all around New York City.
We work primarily with those who are marginalized, disenfranchised, lost, hungry, homeless.
But they've also become famous for another reason. Their leader, Sister Gertrude, bears a striking resemblance to a certain celebrity from the movie Sister Act.
Since Sister Act first aired and people called me Whoopi, I'll go to the mirror and say, yeah, there's resemblance.
People were shouting, whoopee, whoopee. Even the kids were shouting, whoopee. So she raised her hand and was going this way. They were all saying, whoopee, whoopee.
People have asked for my autograph.
Just like the nuns in Sister Act, these sisters are out in the community, transforming lives every day.
Our school, St. Benedict's, has been here for 93 years, and we've been taking care of generations of children in this neighborhood of Harlem.
What did you learn from the story?
I like to share.
Wow, isn't that a very grand thought?
An hour away, the sisters run the St. Edward Food Pantry on Staten Island. Just 2 nuns lead a small army of volunteers that feed more than 23,000 people a year.
These nuns, they're very much cherished here.
Sister Mary runs the program. Her little car is a lifeline, delivering meals to the sick and elderly who can't get to the pantry. And it's the main vehicle to pick up thousands of pounds of food donations to stock the pantry shelves.
It cannot fit because the trunk is small. Sometimes I have to make 3 trips to fit in the food in my car.
But the community almost lost these nuns and their life-changing work a few years ago. Their membership dwindled from 80 sisters to just 14, as older members retired and fewer women became nuns.
We were sure we were going to close, but we decided to move forward.
Under Sister Gertrude's leadership, membership is on the rise. And despite the challenges, their mission and devotion are stronger than ever.
It gives us joy when we relieve suffering, because our gift is educating mind, nourishing body and soul, and relieving suffering. So that's what gives us joy.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Please give a warm welcome to the Sisters of the Franciscan Handmaids of Mary. Sister Gertrude, may I ask, what do you do when people call you Whoopi? Can you please give me a quick impression? What do you do?
I smile.
You smile? I mean, you do look a lot like Whoopi.
Yes.
How does it feel to be mistaken for a celebrity?
Well, celebrity? Celebrity, I know, is with the Lord.
Yes.
But not celebrity. I'm not a public person.
Oh, I think that person is.
So now, listen, I understand that. Here, sit, have a seat. I have to talk to you now, because I understand. Go ahead, you do look like me. I understand that the biggest challenge that you all are facing when it comes to running the pantry is keeping enough food stocked to feed the over 20,000 people that you feed a year. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, I think we might have a solution for you. I heard from our friends at Retail Me Not, which is a savings destination that helps consumers save money with 500,000 offers for thousands of their favorite retailers now and brands. And guess what? They're going to give you all $10,000 to stock your pantry. That's great, right? Sister Rosemary, I saw you trying to cram food into that itty-bitty little car of yours, trying to make so many trips to deliver food for people who can't travel or too sick to get to the food pantry. And I know there has to be a better way for you sisters to serve people in need. So I reached out to the great upstairs man upstairs, and I said, hey, can you help me out? Lord. So this is for you. Because our friends at Toyota, who heard about your philanthropic work, they wanted to show their support and pay for a year's worth of gas, which, you know, yeah, isn't that something? I could have given you gas, but it wouldn't be the same thing. But it'll come in handy also because they're giving you a brand new Sienna van. Look right over there. Thank the folks at Retail Me Not for their incredibly generous donation. They never say no. Toyota, we love you for donating a brand new Sienna van because y'all did this from the goodness of your heart, and we can't thank you enough. And a very special thanks to the fabulous Vi Higginson and the Harlem Gospel Choir. Kids, take us out. You know what to do.
You won't get the full view until you see it live in our audience.
Welcome to the view, y'all!
There's a whole other show happening during the commercials, so go to our website.
Celebrate Cinco de Mayo than by inviting the sexiest man on TV. Actor and extra host and recent Emmy award-winning, the fabulous Mario Lopez.
I'm good. I've been munching out right there. I love the theme, the mariachis, all the food, the margaritas. This is awesome. Thank you for having me. My girl right here makes me feel bad. Thank you. She gave me a blessing right here.
I give you the little I got.
I'll take it. I need them all.
You are 100% Mexican.
See?
And so happy Cinco de Mayo.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I heard that you have another name for it.
Yes, Cinco de Mario, actually. Which is a much more fun holiday. Now, I didn't come up with that name. It actually started, I have a radio show, a nationally syndicated radio show on iHeart called On With Mario, and my producers like to give me a hard time on it. So during Cinco de Mayo, they started saying Cinco de Mario, and now it's become like a Mexican Mardi Gras all week.
Yes.
We give out these great prizes. We got VIP packages for J-Lo now in Vegas, so it works.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Huh?
We did that.
We did do that.
There you go.
Yeah, you know,
But this is Mario. Sorry. You were raised in a very large Mexican Catholic family, and since it's Throwback Thursday, we wanted to kind of throw it back. Let's see you as a baby.
Okay. What we got? Oh my gosh. Look at those arms.
Can
look
we
at those
count
arms.
the
Oh my God, my mullet, my first mullet.
Huge.
Oh my gosh, what is that picture?
There you
That I don't have my mom put me in a bunch of different activities after school, and I think I was like, okay, we can move on. We can move on from that picture right there. No, it was that. I think that was like a little dance number. Did you do a rodeo?
I thought it was brown.
No, you know, they put you in little costumes and stuff, but I was a little fat baby. I was definitely a breastfed baby.
You were a handsome boy.
Beautiful baby.
Very
So
handsome.
funny. Those are embarrassing.
Talking about beautiful babies, you have two beautiful babies,
Yes,
right? You have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old.
Right.
And you do try to instill your Mexican Mexican heritage. It's something.
Oh, there's my family, Gia. my wife,
Adorable.
And as a Latino, it's something that's important to you.
It is. I mean, well, they do have my DNA, so half the battle's right there, right? But it is important for me, for them to know their culture and the language. Spanish is a beautiful language, and I try to speak to them often. Oh yeah, my kids are little hams right there. And all the parties and festivities we have at their house, it's always got a Mexican flavor to it too. They do. I mean, they're little, so they're learning, and it's sort of Spanglish.
Te quiero moco.
No, no te quiero moco, te quiero mucho.
Te quiero moco.
No moco, beso, daddy. Mwah. No moco. Oh, and otro beso. So I was trying to get him to say I love you in Spanish, but instead he said I love boogers.
Which he probably does.
Te quiero moco, te quiero, no, and I love boogers, te quiero mucho. So.
What's his name?
His name is Dominic.
Oh my
Dominic
God,
Luciano
he's so
Lopez.
cute.
We call him Nico.
I was trying to teach my 2-year-old how to say orange in Spanish. I think it's naranja, and he says nahaha. Nahaha,
That'll work
funny.
too.
I want to say congratulations. You just won an Emmy at Extra for Outstanding Entertainment News Program. What are you doing with your Emmy?
Yeah, I mean, it's so thrilled, and it's fantastic, you know, when you're recognized for something like that. Not to be cliche, but as you guys know, it really takes a village to win an Emmy, and we got an awesome team over at Extra, so I'm grateful to be part of that team.
Are you going to put it in a glass case? You going to put it in a closet? What are you going to do with it?
My mom will probably take it.
Right? Moms take everything.
Yeah.
So, well, we earned it.
Yeah. That's right.
He wouldn't have won it without her.
That's true.
But you know, there's rumors going around that maybe you'll be taking over where Michael Strahan is leaving with Kelly and Michael. Is that true?
You know, people have said that. People are really nice, and I'm flattered to be even mentioned. I've guest hosted with Kelly a few times, and I love her. She's awesome. So I mean, there's nothing that would be better.
I think he'd be great over there. Wouldn't he be good?
Yeah. That'd be great.
Children's books? Have you? Go ahead.
I'm somebody who is never shy about sharing opinions. Let's have you weigh in on some hot topics.
Okay.
All right.
You got it.
Now, a blogger on the website Scary Mommy wrote that she takes disciplining her children seriously, and she might discipline your children if they're interfering with her child's safety or just acting inappropriately. What do you think of that?
Now, Whoopi, I think we've had this discussion before because I didn't grow up with my parents sparing the rod, okay? And I love my mom and dad to death. However, I would never tell someone else's children anything because I wouldn't want anybody telling my kids anything. But I'm all for doing what you have to do for your own kids to maintain decorum, especially in public.
Do you not spare the rod with your children?
I don't. And
Y'all mean whoopings?
No whoopings.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I'm sorry. It was so
spanking.
proper.
My son is like fists of fury over here. Between the dogs and my kids, I'm like a UFC ref breaking up the fights. And so I think if you come from a place of love, you can't go wrong. So that's what I try to do with both my kids.
I'm actually around a lot of kids, and sometimes they have bad manners, and I'll make a joke of it. I'll be like, now your mama told you not to take a picture of me without asking, and the parents are there, and they're like, ha ha. I'm like, right. Let me help you with your kids real quick.
That's a good point.
It's like there's a way to get it done because some parents, they need to check their kids. They need to check them.
Some parents need to be checked.
Some parents need to be checked too.
But I think you're right. But I think in this generation in particular, there's a lot of kids that even at a young age, they feel entitled and they feel like they can talk back to their parents.
They're scared of the parents.
Right.
They're scared of the. They're not scared of the parents.
Scared of the parents.
There's no respect.
You was no discussion. When I was a little girl. There was no discussion. When you were a young nun. When I was a young nun, if Mom said that's what you do, that's what you do. And it wasn't like, let's discuss this. They were the adult. They said that's what they wanted you to do. That's what you did.
I just needed the look. Just the look.
That's all. But the look doesn't. People don't know how to do the look anymore.
I got a good one.
I do a lot of looks. Like, we have to go, Mario. Our thanks to Mario Lopez. You can catch Extra every night. Check your local listings for times. We'll be right back.
The Views Hot Topics are getting hot, hot, hot. Hello? And just wait till till you see what we do next.
Wait, ding the bell for me. Thank you.
Smart, funny, fearless. The place to be heard is The View. It's The View on ABC.
We're on the road showing real people the stain-fighting power of OxyClean.
Stains on t-shirt, I see it coming out pretty quickly. The stain is gone.
That's a huge difference. You could see how it was really disgusting and how white it is now.
Looks like the stain is coming out. The OxyClean started to lift it up. I'm pretty impressed.
OxyClean, America's #1 versatile stain remover. Now get the power of OxyClean in a detergent. One cap beats 4 of theirs. OxyClean gets the tough stains out.
Today, Lori grabs delicious Jimmy Dean sausage from the fridge, fully cooked and ready in seconds. It makes breakfast complete, which makes Bill feel like completing the gazebo, prompting a celebration in Lori's backyard. With Jimmy Dean, good mornings lead to great days.
Very nice.
Hey! Why are you in my hand?
You know, these are virgin margaritas.
I don't drink.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Okay.
So, Ray.
Yes?
You were hanging out with Oscar winner Adrian Brody the other night. Calm
down.
All right, now, how come y'all were hanging?
Well, actually, if I haven't confessed it enough here on the show, I'm actually in art school.
Yes.
And there is Art New York that is actually going on through Sunday here in New York, which I got to attend. And you guys, there's over 1,200 artists, a nice balance between male and female, which you know I'm serious about. And Adrian Brody showcased his series of works called Hooked, which I thought was very interesting. But, you know, if you want something fun to do in New York, go to this. It was absolutely amazing. Michael Strahan was there.
Right.
You had Robert De Niro was there, and Brooke Shields. And I know, right? Me too. And then being able to see all of these amazing artists that you wouldn't necessarily see. Yes, they had the typicals, Banksy and Picasso and Basquiat. I had the most enjoyable time there. I stayed there for at least 3 or 4 hours. You guys should go. Definitely go.
And you said that Adrian's art was phenomenal.
Adrian's art was very, 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 very good. One of my favorite pieces was about a jellyfish. But, you know, him and I were also racing cars a couple years ago when I slammed into the wall at 600 miles an hour and had a brain. Anyway, what?
So you said go see, because this is not just famous artists, but artists you may not know about that you should know about.
That you should know about from 50 different countries. And did you know that a lot of the female artists that are being showcased there are not allowed to go back into their country because of the art that they're producing?
Yes.
Wow. Which is a shame, but the art is genius.
And there's an Iranian artist
an
Iranian artist. She is absolutely fantastic, and her art really needs to be supported.
Now, speaking of artists, you know, a few weeks back, Janet Jackson had everybody talking about, you know, the following surprise announcement. Take a look.
My husband and I are planning our family. So I'm going to have to delay the tour. Please, if you can try and understand that it's important that I do this now. I have to rest up, doctor's orders, but I have not forgotten about you. I will continue the tour as soon as I possibly can.
Is she like the only person who does Instagram videos laying down so the face is just right?
It's just
like, I feel like it's the right...
Is that the key? So that your face isn't sag?
I don't know. It's Janet Jackson. She wakes up like that.
She's beautiful.
Well, you know, they say that she's expecting, and I hope that she is. She's 50, and folks say, well, hey, what the hell? Should a 50-year-old woman disclose that they're pregnant and getting ready to have a baby? What the hell?
Well, first of all,
but you know, the other thing is, you know, the only reason we say that really is because at 50, none of us can conceive of running around after a toddler at 52.
Yeah. I'd be so exhausted.
And the operative word is conceive of.
Well, that's the thing. I think
the hard part.
I think it's really important for women to talk about fertility and infertility and the issues. It's something I've been very open with because I struggled for years with infertility, went through IVF to have my children. And at 50, my guess is that she had to have some sort of help. I'm not saying
We don't know the
it's
truth.
We don't even know
impossible,
she's pregnant.
But generally,
she's reported. She hasn't confirmed that.
But if you're 50 years old, there's a 3 to 4% chance of conceiving. And so she may have had help.
You mean?
Naturally. So she may have had help. And if she did have that help, then why not share that?
Well, because it's not anybody's business. Listen, she's letting folks know that something wonderful is happening in her life, and when she's ready to share it, she'll share it. But you know, we live in a society that we want to know everything about everybody right now, and not everybody wants to tell you right now. Some stuff, you know, people want to meter it out to you. Just relax.
Except that she did
put it out there.
Put it out a little bit.
Well, then accept that's what
she had to cancel her tour, right?
She shouldn't have started the tour and then had a baby. The tour's not coming back until 2017, but if you have a baby, you gotta have to till 2018.
No, you know what? People do what they do. People know how to do what they need to do.
What do you mean?
Leave this girl alone. We'll be right back. After the show, we're going to stream live. And also, I've been trying to say the name of the band correctly. Please say it for me.
Flor de
For providing the perfect musical backdrop for our little Cinco de Mayo party. And by the way, they're opening for singer Patti Smith at Lincoln Center this coming July and playing the Montreal Jazz Festival. So check them out. We want to thank you for being our audience, because without you, what are we? And we want you to have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view. Play, girl.